I used to think trust was simple, like a switch. It was either on or off. You trusted someone completely, or you didn't. I learned the hard way that it's so much more complicated than that. My wife, Sarah, and I had what I thought was the perfect marriage. We were best friends, partners, lovers. We told each other everything, or so I believed. It all started subtly. A shift in her behavior I couldn't quite put my finger on. She was more distant, always on her phone, smiling at screens instead of at me. When I'd ask who she was texting, she'd just say, "Oh, just a friend from work," and quickly put her phone away. The defensiveness in her voice was a tiny red flag, but I brushed it aside. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? But the flags kept getting bigger. Late nights at the office, hushed phone calls she'd take in another room, a new password on her laptop that I didn't need to know. The man I was, the husband I thought I was, started to feel like a stranger in my own home. The trust I held so dear began to feel like a heavy, fragile thing I was struggling to hold on to. Doubt is a poison, and it was seeping into every corner of my mind. I felt a knot of anxiety tightening in my stomach every time her phone buzzed. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. It was our anniversary, and I'd planned a surprise dinner. She called to cancel, saying she had to work late. Again. Disappointment washed over me, but it was what I heard in the background that shattered my world, the distinct sound of laughter and clinking glasses, like a bar or a restaurant. It wasn't the office. My heart pounded in my chest. I knew I had to face the truth, no matter how painful it was. That night I confronted her. The confession was slow, painful, and drenched in tears. It wasn't a physical affair, she insisted, but an emotional one. With a coworker, they'd been sharing intimate details of their lives, their hopes, their frustrations, the kinds of things she used to share with me. She said she felt a connection she hadn't felt in a long time. Each word was a punch to the gut, an emotional affair. In some ways, it felt worse. It was a betrayal of the mind, the heart, the very soul of our marriage. The days that followed were a blur of anger, confusion, and profound sadness. My world had been turned upside down. How could the person I trusted most in the world do this? I wanted to scream, to break things, to run away. But underneath all that pain, I still loved her. We decided to try counseling, not because I knew if I could forgive her, but because I knew I had to try to understand. Therapy was grueling. We unearthed resentments and communication breakdowns we never knew existed. I learned that trust isn't a switch. It's a living, breathing thing that needs constant nurturing. It needs honesty, even when it's hard. It needs vulnerability. It needs to be rebuilt, brick by painful brick, after it's been demolished. It wasn't about forgiving and forgetting. It was about acknowledging the hurt, understanding its roots, and choosing to build something new, something stronger on the ruins of the old. Our journey is far from over. Some days are still hard. The ghost of her secrets still lingers sometimes. But we're communicating like never before. We're more honest, more attentive, learning to trust again, not blindly but consciously. It's a choice I make every day. This experience, as devastating as it was, taught me the true meaning of trust and the resilience of love. It's not about perfection. It's about the commitment to repair and rebuild together. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, remember you're not alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about life's biggest challenges.